Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you guys all here, both old and new subscribers. I decided to keep this new addition to my channel, in addition to my usual readings that are very, very long and anything goes. These are more specific for love. These are you versus them readings. That's going to give 7 cards for you, 7 cards for the other person, the shared energy, the outcome, etc. These are really fun. I've enjoyed it. It's been awesome. This is a hybrid of going live and pre-recorded readings. So they're pre-recorded, but I actually love being in the live chat with you guys. So when I post the you versus them, they're always going to be a premiere. So I'm here, hey, in the chat to speak with you guys. It's pretty awesome. I love engaging with you guys. Just a couple of announcements also. Like I did mention, I am adding a lot of things to my channel, which I'm really excited about. I'm trying to play around with some things. First of all, let's start with the announcement that I now have added a members page, which is really awesome to this channel. You can join for $5.49 per month. You can cancel at any time. So if you just want to join a month, that's your choice. Otherwise, it's, it's a recurring charge. Really awesome. That's going to include additional content that I don't post here, only for the exclusive members that decide to join. They're going to include dailies, daily energy check-ins, what you need to think about for the week, for the day, love anything that comes up. Also, if you're a member, I'm going to have a live reading, like an actual live, every Monday at 7 p.m. It's going to be, however long it is. It's going to be a party. And also, if you're a member, I'm going to host a weekly contest where every Sunday, if you're a member, excuse my dog's barking, they keep doing this. What's going on? There is some kind of energy. Please excuse me. I'll go back to the announcement, of alert. Because every reading, they just start going crazy, and they don't usually do that. They've only been doing that recently. Anyway, so the contest every Sunday, you can send an email with 2 questions, and I randomly will select 2 people, 2 members, to get a free reading during that live. Okay, and every week you can email again and keep trying. So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. But very quickly, because a lot of people are saying that there's some kind of an error where you don't see the join button for some reason next to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you're watching. Because we're an awesome tribe here. If that's happening to you, apparently that's because Google is having a fight with Apple. So if you're not seeing it, you probably have an Apple device and you're using iOS. Because Apple wants a cut of, just from using iOS, etc., all that stuff. So in that case, I included a link for everybody down in the description box that if you click, will send you directly to the join page. Because it only works if you go through the actual website, not the app, like youtube.com. So to make it easier, down in the description box, I just included a link. Go ahead and join. That's going to be really freaking fun. Really fun. And if you're one of the lucky ones, honestly, but if we're thinking probability wise, if you're one of the lucky ones that join right now, you have a higher chance of winning a free reading, because as time passes, there will be more members, I'm assuming, so it's less of a probability, I can't speak, of you winning. Think about it. So now is the time. Yay, yay. Also, there's a link down below for a new website that I have for booking. It's based on a calendar. I have booking all the way until September. So I did it that way. So you could book in advance. Okay? Which is pretty awesome. Okay, let's go. Sorry for the longer intro. Usually they're not this long for the you versus them, but there's a lot of new stuff here. Okay? So, all right. Off the bat, usually I don't do so much channeling for the you versus them. if you're new, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a medium. I've been a medium since I was a child. That's my main ability. I use tarot more as a confirmation of messages I already receive. I see visions. I see the spread before it even happens. Check out my other readings on this channel. They're timeless, especially my usual ones that are super long. A lot of paranormal stuff happens there. That's just the way that it goes. But these are more to the point, but if I'm getting a message, I have to share it. Okay. The overall energy that I'm getting right now, I just got this feeling in the pit of my stomach out of nowhere. I do have a lot on my plate, to be completely honest. But a lot of us do right now, and the astrology has a lot to do with that. We have a full moon and a super moon tomorrow in Capricorn, which is all about, truth is coming out, you facing your demons, dealing with what you have to deal with. Capricorn also depicts the devil card in tarot. The devil doesn't mean you're a demon, and you're definitely not a demon if you're a Capricorn, okay? But what it means is we're human. We have dark, we have light, we have a shadow side. So that Capricorn energy kind of puts that into your attention. It also brings a lot up in terms of career, and we're still in Cancer season. Cancer is about home, family, nurturing, that mother energy, that moon energy, very deep feelings, pouring out your heart, wanting to create a home, wanting to create a family, thinking about your, even if it doesn't involve another person, how you could become more comfortable in your own environment. You might want to move somewhere. You might want to think about relocating somewhere, moving. Even me, I'm relocating right now because I was uncomfortable with the energy. And, also there were things going on in my old apartment, but also the energy was off there. A side note, but again, anything that I say is part of the message. So take it as it resonates. I might be giving an example that has to do with me, but nothing's an accident here. I'm channeling. So it could relate to you somehow. But in that apartment where I lived, honestly, I felt weird energy. I didn't have many choices before I went in there. That's what happened. The supply versus the demand in apartments are really high right now here. Okay. I live in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I relocated from the United States. I think a lot of people are doing that because I'm telling you, within a year, there's nowhere to live. It's crazy. But the people that lived there before me, they moved out because they were getting a divorce. And so there was a lot going on in there. But energy stays in an environment. I want you to know that. So that's a message for someone, okay? And the Cancer energy and the Capricorn energy brings that up. If you're in an environment where things have happened, it's heavy, it's not for no reason. It's because energy stays. That's why there are haunted houses. That's why there are haunted places. This is not a joke. Energy is real. It stays. Again, this is you versus them, but if they're having me channel something, I have to share it. Please listen to your intuition right now. I just saw the High Priestess card, okay? And the Magician card also. The Magician card is having the ability, understanding that you have the ability to create your reality. Even if you think that you don't have the resources, you don't think that things can line up for you right now, as long as you trust in the divine, things are going to work out if you just envision that it is, okay? And another example for me, honestly, I didn't know how I was going to move out either. I'm not in the best situation. I'm not balling over here. I'm there's so many expenses in moving, even if they're just giving me back my security deposit. It doesn't matter. Things just, every time you move, things just add up for no reason. It just does. You don't even know whatever. And inflation and all that. Capricorn makes you think about that stuff. Okay. But also back to what I was saying, you might feel like you can't do something right now, but with that Capricorn and Cancer energy, they're telling you, trust me, I'm getting a big miracle vibe. Things are just going to work out in a way. You might see it as negative right now. Why is this happening to me? But you have to see it in a way you don't even know that the divine is setting up things in your life to collapse and rebuild itself. The Tower card that they just showed me, to create a miracle and you don't see it. So don't get, because I had that feeling, I told you I was channeling that pit in my stomach. Don't get stuck in that energy where, because you're looking at everything around you, like you get stuck in like that heaviness, like with the stress, because you know, we're humans, it's stressful, our life is stressful. Don't get stuck in that, because you're going to continue to create that. Literally, Wheel of Fortune, they just showed me the energy for miracles are here right now. The test is to trust with that Capricorn energy. Capricorn, again, the devil, your shadow. Are you going to trust the shadow, or are you going to trust your intuition? Cancer is all about your intuition also. Okay. And again, sometimes logistically, you can't just get up and leave somewhere like instantly. So that goes hand in hand with the message. If you are in a place where you feel heavy energy, like you just don't like where you're at, you're uncomfortable, you live with roommates and you're just bumping heads, like it's just uncomfortable at this point, or you live with family, even if you live alone, like you just, the vibe of, you know, every city has a vibe. The energy where you're at is just, you're not feeling it. You know, you can't move overnight, but dwell in the energy of miracles. Dwell in the energy of knowing that the next place you're going to be at is not going to be like that. Instead of dwelling in that energy that you're in right now, like of the environment, because you're going to get out of there. That's for somebody, because they show me the magician. Like I was saying, the magician is about creating your own destiny. You have the power to do that. Okay, this is supposed to be a you versus them, but it is my duty as a medium to share the energy that I'm picking up on right now. So because they're having me channel so much about this, and this is specifically with the intention, again, the dogs bark every time I say like there's an alert, like it's really important. I don't know why they keep doing this. Please excuse me. I have a Maltese poodle mix, and I have a Chihuahua. Okay. One of which is in heat right now, and like her hormones, I'm telling you, dogs get crazy too. I've never experienced that, but they do. Okay. So even though this is a you versus them reading, because that was the intention when I hit record, that means that this message that I just gave you, give me 1 second. I'm not even going to stop this. I heard something weird. Oh, okay. Sorry. I live in an extremely safe environment. Like, honestly, it's crazy. You would think, like, in another country. But the safety that there is, and the peace of knowing there's safety, and this might be a message for you too, in this area of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, where I live at, is priceless. It's priceless. Like, it's priceless. Like, they go above and beyond to make sure you have that, like, the lifestyle of the 90s that you, unfortunately, in our country, in the United States, we've lost a little bit, like where kids just like randomly on their own ride their bikes and knock on people's doors to see if their friends are home, walking to school by themselves. Like, you can never do that anymore because of the amount of psychos and stuff. Again, it sounds like I'm rambling, but there's something about this that has something to do with this reading. That might be the discomfort that you're having, because the reason that just came up was because I just heard my Maltipoo just like push the door. So it sounded like a boom. I'm from New Jersey, New York City. So no matter where I'm at, that fear is always in me. And it's crazy because people here, when I act jumpy like that, they literally look at me like I have a disorder. I kid you not. It's so embarrassing. Anytime that you express fear of safety here, like in this area, I mean, I'm not saying there isn't crime. There is, but not in the area where I live. Like, there's a lot. Everything is a gated community here because there's crime in other areas. That's the difference. It's like a very big separation. That's what I'm trying to say. Like where I'm at, like the more tourist area and like what you would consider more expensive area, which compared to the United States, it's the same, you know, but like, it is pretty pricey here. I'm not going to lie, but it's worth it. Okay? Like, there's security guards to go in, to go out. They also look at you. They know you. They get to know you, like, you know. But that New York will never get out of me. And people look at me like I'm nuts when I start expressing, like, oh, I'm afraid in the dark. And they just look at me like, what is wrong with you? They don't experience that here. Like, kids ride their scooters to school without fear. They go to the park by themselves, the playground, at like 7, 8 years old, and come back home. Like, it's crazy. I haven't seen that since like 1993. I don't know why I'm going on and on about that right now. But the energy is that strong. There might be something about your environment that's freaking toxic, and you need to get out because it's affecting you. That doesn't mean get up and move out of the country. It just means that you have to listen, high priestess, to your intuition and make a change, because there's fear here. There's fear, okay, of taking that. I'm telling you, but there's Wheel of Fortune, World's card. World's card is the closing out of a cycle. Wheel of Fortune is like sudden luck. Like the Tower card is the destruction of an old foundation for a new one to be built. You don't even see how much your life's going to change. And it's crazy. I'm sorry. This is you versus them. But if they're having me channel this right now, it's important. And it has something to do with you and this person. Like, hands down. Okay, hands down. If you're new, I hope they didn't click off by now, because sometimes people are like thrown off by the channeling because they're just used to people like on the surface pulling cards and stuff. But this is the reading. Like, this is the most valuable part, because when spirit takes over to this level, it's because like they really, really are emphasizing something. Okay, you and this person might be feeling, both of you, this way right now. So you have to honor that. And I've been channeling this freaking message for like over a year. If you're a loyal subscriber, which I'm so thankful and grateful for you guys, you remember this message. I kept getting the message, guys, you don't see it yet, but there's something like, there is like a miracle energy this year. You're going to see it later in the year. Like, it's the energy where you don't even know you're about to hop on a different timeline. Like, it's the energy where you're going to look a year from now, right, back at today and say, I can't believe this is my life right now, and I can't believe this was my life a year ago. Like, how is the difference so big? It's possible. It's that energy. It's that Wheel of Fortune. It's that miraculous. Okay? It's that different. Again, not to keep talking about myself, but they give me images, if they give me personal examples, it's because there's something in the message that has to do with this. It's the moving to Dominican Republic example. I had no intention of moving here. After the pandemic, I'm a single mom. I wanted to go on vacation, got an Airbnb because we were just couldn't breathe after the lockdown for so long. And we just fell in love with, again, the safety, that feeling, that communal feeling, that culture, like where you know your neighbors, where you could literally like still knock on someone's door and ask them for sugar. Like, they still do that here, you know? And we stayed. If you would have told me I was going to move here, I would have looked at you, called you to like psycho. You must have a problem. Like, I'm not financially fit to do that. I don't know anything about the area. I have nobody here. Like, what are you talking about, you know? But it was that energy. I look back a year ago. Actually, it's been a year exactly right now since I moved here. Actually, I think tomorrow. I came July 13th, 2021. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. But look back and you're like, I cannot believe that this is where I ended up. Like, I can't believe it's that energy. And again, this is a you versus them reading. So this has something to do with your connection with this person. If there's someone in your life, this is a person you're supposed to be with. If you're in some kind of separation and you feel like this is your person, this is your person. Because I'm getting this energy, again, this is a you versus them. So it's like a communal energy. And if it's not with this person, it's with somebody like brand new that's going to come into your life. But this is a you versus them. So it's you and a person, like whoever's on your mind right now. So that's what it is. Okay. But Capricorn is about finances, structure, etc. So you're going to notice that like you're going to really have a push to take responsibility for your life and make plans, like to do things financially. There's a Uranus influence. Uranus is weird. Okay. Uranus is like weird and unexpected and unconventional. That's the word. So it might be the energy of like, you're going to find a stream of income that's like weird. Like you didn't expect it. Like you want to move, but you don't know how. And you start a side hustle and all of a sudden it goes so well. And you're like, it's such an unconventional stream of income, or you win the lottery, you know, and it's such an unconventional, like somehow you just get blessed financially so you can make this happen, because that's that Uranus Capricorn energy. I'm telling you, I cannot believe that it's been 20 minutes and there's this much channeling about this. But then this is happening, and someone needed that to be emphasized, and this is something to do with you and this person, but we're going to go into more specifics right now. Okay? I feel like whoever's watching, you already knew this. But the time is now. Capricorn is also Saturn. Saturn's about karma. So what you put out, you get back. If you don't take the steps, you're going to miss the bus. All right, let's go into you versus... I kid you not. I don't read reversals. Now they're confirming. I love it. And look, the moon. Like I said, the moon. Things in the shadow. Look at the image in this deck, right? This is the Urban Tarot. So the images are of New York City. She's in the sewer, and she's rising from the sewer. She's rising from her shadow. The moon is the shadow. I told you the moon governs Cancer. So in regards to home, family, like that nurturing feeling, like there was a heaviness in that department, but you're rising up and seeing the light. You see the stairs for her to get out. And again, it's interesting because this is the Urban Tarot. So the images are New York City. That might be a specific message for some of you. But what happens when she gets out the sewer? The sewer is disgusting, but when you walk out and get up out of those stairs, it's like, oh, wow, it's Times Square. It's this huge city. Like, what a difference. That's the energy. You don't even know it's all gunky. You're aware of it now, though. And something is suddenly going to change. Wheel of Fortune. If you're new, if I pick up the deck and a card that I said is there, I have to take it because that's how they confirm. Okay. This is supposed to be a you versus them. I'm getting the vibe of this being like a full reading, but I have to. This is you versus them. Okay. Now I want you to know, if I say he, it could be she. If I say you, I could be talking about the other person. If I say that this is the line for you, the 7 cards here, and this is the 7 cards for them, it could be interchangeable. You're going to know how this resonates for you, and also pick up on little synchronicities. Look, I'm not going to pull it out, but that's the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands in this deck says completion. Okay, and the 4 of Wands, which came out last reading, is the card of your home. It's a union card, yeah, but so is the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. I kind of saw those right now too. But this is the card that specifically talks about your home, and it shows 2 people getting married in the traditional tarot with the moon, which is like the heaviness. The example I just gave you, it's right here. All right, let's pull 7. Usually, hold on. Sorry. I don't think it really matters, but I think I left this in here. I don't know why. I don't know how. But that's interesting because you could take this. I take everything as an omen. This looks like an official document, does it not? With a signature. That could be like signing a lease or something, or even getting married. Yeah. I kid you not. All right, let's shuffle. Anything goes. If I'm interrupted to that degree to make that kind of announcement, okay. You know, I got a vision of that card and I was going to say it, I kid you not, but then I got into the flow. This just fell out, and it's the Chariot card. The Chariot card is moving. movement forward. It's a cab. And didn't I mention something about unconventional? Do you ride a cab by being on top of it? Who does that in the rain? That's the message. Again, this is kind of a mix of you versus them and a traditional reading that I post here. I cannot control it. This is what they want to say. I'm still going to do it in that format, but it's going to like flow into it. That's what's happening right now. Unconventional. All right, can they just let me? But this is what's happening. Let me shuffle more. Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, first of all, 2 major arcana. Major arcana, it's not the suits. It's like not the swords, not the cups, not the pentacles, not the wands. Those suits signify like mundane things, everyday things, the passing events, passing things. But the Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, the ones with the names, the major arcana, signify like major life lessons, soul lessons, like huge things. So for 2 of them to be back to back, for the Wheel of Fortune to be the first one with the Chariot, that is so significant. Okay, that is so significant. And you know what? The Wheel of Fortune is supposed to be, you know, it's a lucky card. But do you see this deck? I'll pick it up in a minute so you can see. There's lightning. It looks like a combination of like the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower card. You know? Because it's such an... That's why I use a lot of different decks, because the artwork has a lot to do with the message. You know? In the traditional tarot, you would never pick that up from the Wheel of Fortune. That's like the Tower card. And the gates are closed here. So it's like the gates are closing where... That is the message. Okay? This is a mixture of you versus them. This is... I can't. You can't skip this. This is the message that we were channeling. That you don't see it right now, but a miracle is happening. This is dark. There's lightning. Everything is shut down. The gates are closed. The rides are stopped. It looks creepy. Okay? The gates are closed. And there's lightning. And I was talking about, nothing's an accident, how New York City has this toxic energy. It just does, because there's a lot of fear. That the energy of fear is heavy in New York City because of the crime level. Okay, so you would never go to a place like this in the darkness. Do you understand? So it's the same energy that I was saying. Like right now, all you see is gates closed. You see the door closed. Like nothing's going to change between me and this person or my situation or my financial situation. But it's the Wheel of freaking Fortune, dude. And following, meaning you don't see it, but it's happening. Because it's followed by the Chariot card, which is movement forward. The Chariot is a one-way ticket. Because it's a major arcana. Like there is no reverse feature. Like it's a one-way ticket. Like once you get on that chariot, that vehicle, you move forward, you can't go back. So with this cab here, it looks like the cab is leaving. And the dude was like, no, don't go, and jumped on top of it. So it's the energy of like, someone was just seeing like, this is done. There's no hope here. This could be about your relationship, your career, everything. I'm getting like everything by him. And I'm getting, because it's you versus them, it's a mirroring energy. This is a unconventional method of like, no, I want to fix this. No, I want to make this happen anyway. It's like the energy of like last minute. Look at the images together. It's like the energy, like you're in an amusement park, they close, you're there too late, and now there's like no cabs out, and you're like, crap, I lost track of time, let me get a cab. This is the last cab here, about to leave, and you find an unconventional way to make it stop. So this is the energy of like, you feel like you're stuck, there's no hope right now, but there's gonna be something unconventional that happens. It's just gonna make it happen, or someone's gonna make a decision, you or them, vice versa, to just change your behavior suddenly. Like there's going to be communication that you do not expect. I just saw the Ace of Swords and Page of Swords, okay? And Knight of Swords. And I saw it the last reading too, which is like sudden communication, okay? Someone's just going to pour out their heart and like how they really feel and like the truth, but in a Capricorn kind of way. Capricorn mixed with Cancer, that's what I keep saying. Which is Cancer, which is deep emotions, but Capricorn is also very logical, logistics, very, you know, structured, like things about money and like things like that. So it's like a very frank, matter of fact, like real conversation about like logistics and stuff like that mixed with emotions, and you don't see it coming. It's very unconventional. There's something unconventional. I keep getting that about this energy. Again, this is you versus them. This is the energy between you and this person. I cannot avoid it if this is what happens. So the energy must be that strong. Because I keep getting like a now, like the bus is about to pass you by. Like you're about to miss the boat. But that's that chariot. You're about to miss the cab. And that's why they're going like above and beyond this message. There's a need for truth here. Okay, 7, please. There's a need for truth here. The Hierophant. Number 5. The Hierophant card. Number 5, first of all, in numerology means change. The Hierophant means making things right, wanting to commit. It's also the card that signifies like a lease or something like that, because the Hierophant is like legal things, legal documents, legal institutions. Okay, it represents like the church and things like that. So it also has an energy of like things being structured like traditional. This is a very traditional card, like which is that Capricorn and Cancer energy. Okay, like he's at a podium, like this is what I want, this is what we're gonna do. Are you with it or not? And it's last minute. Again, it could be, I could say this is them and the next one is you, but this is this is interchangeable. Okay. I channeled this card too. I channeled the Wheel of Fortune and this one. The Prince of Swords is the Page of Swords in this deck, which is communication. In this card, though, this card makes me laugh. It's called the Hacker. This is a stalker. Do you see this dude? He's underground with goggles on and headphones with this computer system, like hacking. It's crazy. It says the Hacker. You know what that means? You might not have communication with someone right now and they're looking into you like you don't even know. Like they know all your moves. You don't even know it. Like they're keeping tabs with the Hierophant. You don't even know it. Like you think that this is done. What they're really doing behind the scenes is looking at information to be able to come forward and like, because I'm getting this person does not want like, okay, again, could be vice versa. This is the kind of person that like, if it's not the 10 of Cups and Empress, Emperor, like everything is like ultimate. They don't want it. Again, you too. Right? Like they rather like not whatever at all. But you don't even realize this. So the Hacker is like someone doing computer research on like plans and things to be able to move forward with you, and you don't even. This is a weird energy because it's like somebody's doing it on their own. So where does your agreement come into this? Because it's kind of weird. I don't know if I like this energy because it's like this is supposed to be a two-way street. It's kind of controlling. It's like there's like a cocky, arrogant energy. Like they're just gonna show up and say, "Okay, Hacker, I've been looking into things. This is what I want to do. Like, okay, let's do it." Like, where is the energy of you wanting to do this or not? Like, of you saying, like, "No, I don't want it." I'm telling you that this person is that kind of a person. It's that kind of an energy. Like they just like feel confident, and this is just like gonna happen. Like that. They've been looking. Because this is the energy we've been talking about moving of like, you're not even talking to someone, you're in a separation or you're in a divorce, and all of a sudden this person's like, okay, like I have a list of apartments. Do you like this one? And like, we can do this. And it's like, how do we go from that? And like, they've been doing research. You don't even know it. And then they're suddenly going to get on a chariot and come forward and make something like committed. Because I channeled and it's right here. That's for somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Again, it could be vice versa. Hold on. I'm going to shuffle. Oh my God. No. But I have to do that because, see, I'm a medium, so they make things shake. They move this. Because how else am I going to channel, like, have a vision and then they pop out? Because I was talking about the, I was talking about the 10 of Cups. I literally said this hacker is the kind of person, I literally just said that this hacker is the kind of person that unless it's like the Emperor, Empress, like, how am I literally referring to them as a hacker? Hold on, backtrack. I didn't even notice that. I could say this person, but I kept saying this hacker. Who does that? Like, yeah, so this stalker that we're talking about, like the stalker, yeah, so let's talk about the stalker. Like, it's like their official name. Oh my God, that's kind of funny. So it's also the energy, like, again, when this person comes forward, like, out of nowhere after being a hacker, like, says they want this 10 of Cups, like, this union with you, like, they're pregnant, like, everything, like, this is marriage, union, everything, right? Celebration. Look, like, this card looks awkward here. Like, how is this all dark? This is all being done in the dark, and then it's a freaking rainbow in celebration with a hacker. So it's the kind of energy where it's kind of silly. First, I started with the energy of having a pit in my stomach, right? Every time I mention that energy, the dogs bark. Do you catch the omen? Because there's like an urgency of like alert, like you have to do that. You have to do this. There's some kind of like time element here. Because someone's losing hope. And then out of nowhere, like, this happens. But there's like a silly, so there's that, like, I got that pit in the stomach energy. So like it's, the thing is, there's a fear. Like, there's a fear of doing this. Like, because this is serious. So there's a fear of someone opening up with this information, but they know they want it and they don't want to lose it. So it's going to happen because it has to. It's the energy of like being like, this is foolish. If I know that I want this, even if it's not perfect and things are kind of like whatever, why would I let it go? Why would I do that? It's the energy of like someone thinking they had to get their finances together and all that stuff, because that's what I was saying. And then like not having like a energy of like miracles or things like that, like, you know, or like working together with someone. And the thing is that when someone's in that energy of planning, you get stuck in planning, and you are risking losing the entire connection because of your planning and your insecurities. So it's like somebody realizes that because the gates are closed. But there's like so it went from like that pit in the stomach to like, once this conversation happens, Page of Swords, there's no going back. I'm getting like it's like an impulsive, sudden, because I got the Tower card in my mind. They showed it to me. It's like an impulsive, like someone's just going to spit this out in an emotional conversation. And it's kind of like the energy, well, damn, I said this, so now I can't take it back because that was something pretty serious to say. But once that happens, that pit in the stomach energy between you guys kind of just goes away and it becomes silly. Like there's like a chuckling energy after that, like pit in the stomach to like happiness. Like, why didn't you do this a million years ago? And then it's funny. It's like, have you been a stalker this whole time? Yeah. But there's like an arrogance here that I don't understand, because it's like someone like, why would someone know that you're thinking like it's dumb and like they're so convinced that if they come forward, like they can just have you like that? I don't think how you're gonna feel about that. Okay. But the 10 of Cups is a union. This could be a same-sex connection, because here there's a same-sex couple and they're both pregnant. Could be like a, you know, surrogate kind of situation, who knows, but they're in a union. So this is a connection happening. 1, 2, 3, like official. I said Capricorn energy, like structure, and there's a lot of like moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the you versus them is supposed to be more to the point. Like I usually pull 7 and 7. I'm not gonna apologize for it though, because this is what's coming out. So this is the way it's happening. I'm still gonna do it, but this is the way it's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's such a funny energy. And it's weird because I started with that pit in the stomach. So I'm getting like, there's like a fear of this communication, but it's just going to be like, blah, verbal diarrhea. But it's the energy of like, I'm glad that happened that way, because it wasn't like, because there's something holding me back from communicating it the whole time. And like, once it just like comes out, like I can't take it back. And you're kind of like relieved by that. sucks that fear can hold somebody back so much, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. The Two of Cups. It says love. The Two of Cups is a partnership. Again, it could be same sex. Both these couples are same sex. Doesn't have to be. Obviously. I can't control the artwork. Two of Cups. Love. Partnership. That's so funny because the hacker here is with the computer, and here both of these women, this couple, again, it's just an image. It could be, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a female. They both have laptops. So there's that big Capricorn energy I was talking about of like, not just of, it's a mixture of sharing your feelings and emotions and also making things like Capricorn, like plan to move, like structured, like how are we going to do this? Like, let's do this, like for real, like logistics, because that's what this is. They're in Starbucks here, focusing on their work, computer, doing research, whatever. And then they lock eyes. They're like, okay, but I love you. Yeah. But you know what's interesting is that the Two of Cups comes before the Ten of Cups. The Two of Cups is supposed to depict, it's a soul connection, but the Two of Cups is supposed to depict the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a partnership. How does the Ten of Cups come before the Two of Cups here? That's that cocky energy I was talking about, that someone comes forward, the hacker, the stalker, someone comes forward like knowing, like, okay, this is what I want to get married, I want to do this, or what, you know, for real. Like that, and then the partnership happens, because that's what I was getting before. Like there's like not a connection right now, and it's backwards. It's like, okay, this is what I want, this is what we're doing, and then the partnership happens. Because usually it's like Two of Cups, you meet, like you get to know each other, and then it evolves to the Ten of Cups. 10 is the ultimate stop. Like it's ace to 10, but it's backwards. Like somebody has been researching this for a long time or looking into it. But it's almost to the point where it's like, and it's been done in the dark. You think it's done. It's excessive now though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. It's actually beautiful. Again, it could be interchangeable. Justice. Wow. I said you don't know about this. This cop is blindfolded. I could say you, it could be them. I could say them, it could be you, but it could also be a mix. I could be talking about like one of you, but like one row is a mixture of both of you, or both of you at the same time. The Justice card, another major arcana. I was just saying blindfolded. You don't even know about it, but you felt it because he's holding that sword. The sword is like, the sword signifies your mind, your intellect, your thoughts, also communication. It's a sword of truth. This is the energy of like, because of the image, holding that sword of truth. It's like the Ace of Swords. You see how he's holding that sword? Like, how do you hold a sword like that? You could bleed. He's not afraid. He's gripping it for dear life. So it's like the energy of like, I'm not even afraid if I bleed. I'll bleed. I'm going to take that risk for you blindly because I know there's justice here. Also, when I see the Justice card, to me as a reader, that always means there was an injustice at some point. But this is the energy that I was saying, that you start with having that pit in the stomach, like that fear energy, even if this person doesn't show that, okay? That's why they're blindfolded. But they know their truth. So they just they just say it and then they feel relieved. Then it's justice. The Justice card also means the justice system. This card also means legal documents, like marriage documents, especially because it's literally right next to the Love card and the Ten of Cups. So this person might literally come forward and say that they want to marry. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding. This is not a fairy tale channel, because everything that I'm saying, remember, I can convey emotion and situations in like an hour, but I cannot. Do you know how condensed that is? To condense such such a complex situation in an hour. So it seems like it's a fairy tale sometimes, but there's a lot of what was that? I just saw something. Sorry. There's a lot of that distracted me. Sorry. There's a lot of I lost my train of thought. But being that I just lost my train of thought, that's like that anxiety. Justice is, again, legal documents, things like that. The Hierophant together. Oh, yeah. You cannot condense such a complex situation in an hour. So it sounds like a fairy tale, but there's a lot of complex issues. So it's not that easy, you know, like in between this, like you're going to communicate about painful things. You're going to you might be having financial issues. So I'm talking about like finding someone's been researching, moving in with you, etc., whatever, right? But there might be complexities to that, you know, issues with family, and such. You know, or how we're going to make this work. Because like I said, this is such an unconventional situation here. So I'm condensing it so it might sound like a fairy tale because the outcome is beautiful. But that doesn't mean that it's easy. But my message is that it's going to happen. And you're going to blindfold each other and not let anything get in your way. Justice. That's it. The justice is making something official. Like, that's it. Wow. And it's like this card like kind of looks like a leap of faith, does it not? Like he's blindly holding that sword. Like I know my truth, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is the right decision 100%, but I'm at the point where like if I keep planning and thinking, I'm never going to know if it's the right decision. Ever. I want to sneeze. Hold on. Come out. Don't you hate when that happens? I'm looking at the light. It's not happening. Oh, what a release. Excuse me. I can't believe I just did that on this channel. I couldn't take it. Oh. It's that energy of like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is going to be an epic fail. But that sword, like something tells me like this is my truth. So I'm going to put my blindfold and I'm just going to do it. Because as long as I'm in that planning phase, I'm always going to be stuck here. And then I'm going to, that cab is leaving, I'm going to lose that opportunity forever. And if I do, I'm going to be stuck thinking about this Wheel of Fortune that I missed. Because the gates are closed, it's dark. I lost my Wheel of Fortune. They don't want that. Or you, or both of you. So there's a leap of faith just happening, saying whatever happens, happens. Because that's the energy that I gave you. Like, look, I never thought I would be in the Dominican Republic. And honestly, even like now, I'm kind of like, did I make the right decision being here? Because I'm a single mom of an 8-year-old. I'm like, I don't know how this change is going to affect her when she's a teenager and she looks back. Like, if she's going to think like, Mom, why'd you do this to me? You know, or like if she feels out of place, how that's going to affect her. Because she doesn't really fit in 100% here, honestly. That's been a personal issue. Like, she always says that she uses the word culture. She's like, Mommy, I miss the culture, like the United States, because it's where we're from. So it's, you know, it's different, like the way she interacts with children here, that, you know, English is not their first language and stuff. They don't get to connect on the same level. Side note. So like, but I still saw like life is a series of pros and cons, but right now the pros outweighed the cons. You know? Right now the pros in my life outweighed the cons. So it's the energy of like taking that risk and knowing that things are never going to be 100% certain. Even if you get married, it's not. But the point of a relationship, it's knowing that you want to build this foundation with someone. What's actually important, it's not really the plan. It's knowing that somebody has your back and the love is deep, no matter what. Then you make everything work. You sit down, you have conversations, you have each other's back. If somebody has financial issues, the other person helps out. If you have financial issues, the other person helps out. You guys do what you have to do for each other to get you both on your feet. Like, you know, whatever you need to do. You know, you could marry someone God forbid, someone, and you know, it's life, gets an illness. Now they're like on disability for a year, you know, so not only can they not work, but they can't help in the house or anything like that. You being in a marriage or like agreeing to be in a long-term union is making a decision that you will have this person's back and your family's back for the rest of your life, no matter what, thinking thick and thin. It is so selfish. The divorce rate is so freaking high because of the level of, honestly, I feel, regardless, the entire United States is on the narcissism spectrum. It's a spectrum. So you could just be like 1%, but it's 100%. You know, everything's on social media. It's all, there's a lot of you. A lot of dating sites and dating apps and stuff like that. Dating apps, really, you know? Where you're like, oh, there's so many options. It's me. But that's great. There's a limit to that. And like, nothing's appreciated, you know? Honestly, the whole country's on the narcissism spectrum. That's why there's so many issues. 100%. Excuse my language. Okay? So, but it's the energy, like when you want to make something work and not be a part of that statistic of that divorce freaking rate, which is killing society. It's destroying society. All it is just the commitment that you're going to get through things, right? So it's the energy of taking the leap of faith because you realize that, like, you know, if something, what matters is like the love and the connection. And then everything else just works. You make a decision. Make decisions. And if you make a decision, you look back a year from now, like this wasn't the right decision, you make another one. Like you only have one life to live. That's the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And plus 7 for the other person or you. You know what? I'm being guided to use a different deck for the other person in case there's doubles or something of the same. You know, so it gives the opportunity if the same cards want to come out for the other person. If it's a mirroring energy, like truly, you can see it. I channeled the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is communication. And the Six of Swords is moving towards calmer waters. It's also the card of like actual moving. There's a big emphasis on moving. But it's moving towards calmer waters because chariot, etc., right? Moving. This is a communication about that. About wanting to move forward in the relationship. All right. These are supposed to be shorter to the point, but this is what came out today. So, whatever. Hold on. Queen of Wands. This one, let me just pull this one quick. Didn't I say that they wanted the opportunity for doubles? Nothing's an accident. Page of Swords again. Page of Swords is the hacker card, which is the research and everything like that. It's also communication, right? But that's what I said with this Two of Cups. I said that you both have been researching and stuff and like making it work. This is the energy of both of you doing that, right? 1, 2. These are smaller, so I'm doing like that. What in the world? Hold on. I just saw the 10 of Cups and the Empress kind of like show its face just now. Like it kind of popped out a little bit and then it went back in. Now that's a big talk here. Excuse me. Something like just gave me like allergies in here. I don't really get allergies here, but when it rains, I do. Like something rises in the air when it rains. That affects me. Well, the Six of Swords showed its face, and now it's here again, so it wanted to come out. Again, moving towards calmer waters, moving, etc. Whoa, that came out like pretty. Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of sixes. Sixes is a number of love in numerology. I got to pull this out because we were channeling that so much in the beginning. The Magician. 1, 2, 3. That was at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me shuffle again. Look, the justice. Again, I said, like, in case there were doubles, they wanted to show their face. They wanted the doubles. Look, 2 of Cups again. I'm going to shuffle anyway, but it's doubles anyway. We literally just got the Page of Swords, 2 of Cups. The 10 of Cups showed its face, and the Justice did too. That's why they wanted me to pick another deck. My allergy. Okay, let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My God. 9 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's 7. The 9 of Pentacles is like the single, abundance. The Sun card was flipped. Like it wanted to be pulled out, but I'm just going to shuffle. Single, abundant woman. Right? But it's single. So you're single right now. Don't have to be, because this is you versus them, but... Or there was a message of like somebody needed to be more stable on their own first. Right? But I don't feel like that's it. Like there needs to be like a partnership situation here. Okay, why are all these cards flipped? The Sun again. Hold on, this deck's in the way. Shuffle one more time. That shuffle didn't feel right, so I'm going to shuffle again. Okay, that felt right. Whoa. 2 of Wands. With the 10 of Pentacles in the bottom. 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles? Wow. Okay, the 2 of Wands means making a plan. Literally. Even if you're on your own right now. This is making a plan. 10 of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups. Wow. 10 of Pentacles also means home. It's a union between 2 people. A marriage. Right? Look, that's so funny. Underneath it is the 2 of Swords in reverse, which means like no longer blocked. And underneath it is the World's card, which we did channel, which is like the closing out of a cycle. Like because there's like the 2 unicorns, like means like, you know, a relationship with a baby unicorn and 2 doggies. And I always say, like, there's this castle, which is the home. But in this castle, as an image, they have a picture of a castle upside down. So it's like at some point you had an upside down home or an upside down situation, an upside down castle or toxicity, but you proudly put that as a picture on your wall to remember and honor the things that you've gone through that led you to this abundance with this person. That's what this is, okay? And it's a completion. There they are together touching horns, like unicorn horns. Like they're touching it, like they're united. Like I got you with the baby unicorn. Maybe you might have a child with this person. Maybe two doggies there. There's an elder unicorn there, which is always like it's a representation of like wisdom. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles also means wealth, creating wealth. Because I love this union card. It's not just union, like a relationship. It's union. It's wealth, money. It's like creating a home, creating a legacy. All of that is a 10 of Pentacles. It's the ultimate. Everything materializing. Queen of Wands is a queen. Again, take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be a female. She works. This is like a hard worker, a very passionate person. Okay, there's going to be a very passionate communication about wanting to move forward. 6 of Pentacles, balancing something out. There's an energy of like someone having to help somebody though, financially. Because I mentioned that before, or like something like that. I don't know. Until like magician. Because magician also means work. Until they're able to get a new job or something like that. Because that's right here. I can't deny that. because I was channeling that energy. And I see that here, because the Queen of Wands is like an entrepreneur, is like a very passionate, hardworking like person, right? And then the Six of Swords, it shows somebody like in a cloak moving. So like it looks like they've been through a lot. They're in a cloak, like they're covered up, like, right? In the Six of Pentacles, there's a unicorn with the scales trying to balance the situation, while these two unicorns, like this unicorn threw 3 pentacles for each on the floor, and they're on the floor like, thank you for giving me this. Like, so they're not like super abundant, like they don't have like that much. So someone needs to like help somebody get balanced. Magician means work. Somebody needs to help somebody get balanced, like just support them a little bit while they get some kind of a job or something. If you move, that might be it, because there's like a relocation. Obviously you need to like find a job temporarily, right? And I say that especially because the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, didn't I say that it's weird that I saw the Nine of Pentacles, which is a single abundant woman or single abundant person, but it makes no sense because I saw like there was going to be a progression of like a union card. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, even though that's the situation right now, after that, it's making a plan to get here. Because the 10 of Pentacles is when someone joins you. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Because the 9 of Pentacles is here, it's like one person is more abundant. That doesn't mean that the other person isn't abundant either. This is not like someone that's like has no, like it's going to be living off you, has no potential of like helping. Like on your freaking couch being an a-hole, okay? Do not be in that situation. That's not what I'm saying. Like, this is a situation, like, where two people come together, they really have each other's back. Like, all right, I lost my job, so I need kind of, like, I'm not in the best situation right now, but I'm in the process of finding a new job, and then it's going to work out. And that happens. And if you're in a union, a real union, especially some kind of marriage or something, that's what you're supposed to do. And they're assuring you, because with that kind of a situation comes a lot of fear. Like, okay, is this person using me, or is this person like trying to dupe me, or is this is this like BS? Don't look at it from that perspective if you know you have love for this person, because if it's not based on trust, why are you in it? But this is a confirmation for you. 10 of Pentacles is the card of wealth. It didn't come here. So that's a confirmation. It came after the 9 of Pentacles, honey. It came after the dogs. Oh my God, the alert. So you're going to be on high alert about this a little bit, which is natural. But again, don't bring that fear energy. The 10 of Pentacles, I'm sorry about them barking. I can't do anything. The 10 of Pentacles is a home, a family, a marriage. It's also a lot of wealth. Give me 1 second. Hey, babies. Cardo, Lola, enough, my little wolves. Oh, mama, oh, baby, that's my son, and that's my girl. Okay, bye. There. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. So the progression between 9 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles is a confirmation that even though somebody's going to be picking up like the stability a little bit more than the other, it is going to progress to not just stability, but like wealth. Like, you guys are going to be good. So trust me, like, this person is going to get it together, or you are going to be able to find a job. It's going to be unconventional, because I kept mentioning that. You don't even know it. Okay? Because also the 9 of Pentacles, which is like the single abundant person, like someone that has to, that has a little bit more stability than the other. Between the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles is the 2 of Wands, which is making a plan. So it's like making a plan of going from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Like, there's going to be a plan made so that this person doesn't have to be financially responsible so much, or like support this person like forever. But it is going to come to fruition, you see? Magician. Maybe that's what this person's afraid to talk to you about. Maybe the issue here is that they don't know how to make it happen. Now I'm getting that message. So they feel like they don't have anything to offer you. Could that be it? And now, because the gate's about to close, they realize, if I stay thinking that forever, I'm just going to lose this person, and I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Because at some point, I'm going to get my stuff together. And then I'm going to say, I wish I got my stuff together back then so I could be with the love of my life. And you're just going to regret it forever. So it's that mentality of like, you're focusing on the wrong things. And that was the message before. It's like you're supposed to, that's not what's important in a relationship. What's important is knowing that you're going to support each other always, if you feel that. Okay? And doing that together. At a certain point, someone has to just admit, okay, what's really stopping this connection is my ego of like not having it all together, which is fear, because of a fear of how it's going to look or fear of whatever. But that's self-serving in a way, because you're choosing to lose somebody. You're choosing to leave somebody in the dark, somebody crying over a relationship not forming, etc., because you don't have it together. You can't even like talk about your feelings or what you want, etc. You understand that's the energy. So it's selfish, and this person thinks that it's just like natural, like I just don't have anything to offer, whatever. They don't realize that it's selfish because it's ego-based, not love-based. Because it's hurting another person. And it's also hurting themselves, that you're choosing that. So it's the energy of like, okay, this situation did not go as planned. Maybe somebody planned. With the hacker, it's like doing research. Somebody planned to make this official, and it didn't go as planned. And then somebody's interpreting it as like, this person doesn't love me. Now they realize that, and they're just like looking at the big picture. Like, am I really going to affect my life and this person's life because of this? This is just a bump. And if it's real, we can get through it together. That's what this is. It's a lot of examples like that. My parents were like that. My mom, like, graduated college, had a good job when they met. My mom met my dad actually here in the Dominican Republic, and then she didn't like it, so she was like, hey, I'm leaving, so if you want to come with me, and after they had my sister, like, come with me or not. And my dad had to leave everything behind, and he had no job. He didn't like speak the language well, English, because like he's from here. My mom met him on vacation after she graduated college in New York, but she had his back, and now look at us. And they have businesses and homes, and they have like living the dream, honestly. Because the love is there, and like just saying like you're gonna support each other. But if your ego was in the way, you're hurting yourself. Like, what if my dad was like, well, I can't go with you because I don't have it together, and like left my mom as a single mom, and then you regret it for the rest of your life. Like, you can't have ego in love. You can't, because you have to think of the big picture. So it's that energy of someone like realizing that. I'm gonna pick a card for mutual energy. I'm taking it from here. Wow. Eight of Wands, this is happening now. Eight of Wands is also a travel card. Hold on. Wow, even more. I kid you not. The mutual energy is supposed to be just one card, but these all flipped out, and it's like freaking perfect. Wait till you see what these are. First of all, it's the Two of Swords, which we saw before. You don't know about this yet. You have no freaking idea. You have no idea, honey. Someone thinks like there is no hope here. Two of Swords, okay? Block. You're blinded and looking up at the moon with again the same blindfold. So you both don't know what to do, but you're gonna do it. When I said, oh my God, it's because of this, and then this, like it was oh my God after oh my God, because the Hierophant came out. That's why they wanted me to pick different decks, because it doubles with the Nine of Pentacles we were just talking about. The Hierophant is a commitment. Again, making things official. It's the card of marriage. It's the card of leases, making things like official, right? But then the Nine of Pentacles is here, which is the single person. So that kind of confirms, and this is the mutual energy. So this kind of confirms like everything I just said. That's what the situation is here. Meaning the mutual energy is that somebody has not come forward, even though they want commitment, because they felt like they didn't have something to offer. But the thing is, the Hierophant's here, mutual energy, and the Hierophant's here for that person too. So it's like, again, take it as it resonates. It could be vice versa, but the thing, or both of you. But the thing is like, But the mutual energy is still wanting to create something, but no one's talking about it, so it hurts. And it's really screwed up to lose a beautiful connection because of your ego. And then I said, wow, again. You know why? Because the King of freaking Wands popped out to the Queen of Wands after the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant, which is the confirmation that this is what this is about. It's a message for someone. That somebody here has to like pick up the slack a little bit more than the other while they like find a job or something. But he becomes, again, take it as it resonates, could be she. He becomes the King of Wands, which is the counterpart to the Queen of Wands, which is, didn't I say Queen of Wands is an entrepreneur, someone that makes their own money, someone that's passionate. He becomes this. So he becomes this. So it will happen. This person's a powerful person. It's going to happen. And they realize now, like, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. It's going to happen. You're going to create it. He's going to be the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Again, in this particular situation might not apply to you specifically, but the whole overall message is for you. But then I said, wow, even more, because we got the Queen of Wands again. Next to him, dude. Next to him. Next to him. Holy, this is beautiful, man. Because the Queen of Wands is here first, then this whole situation I was talking about, right? You don't know about it. And then finally, like, things come together. He becomes the King of Wands, and then you come back to be next to him. Like I said, like, you have somebody's back while they get it together, and then you come together as a powerful freaking everything. You don't see it happening. But you're together, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, holy-ish. Someone just has to, like, help a little bit. There's something like that. If it's about relocating, that might be something there too. Like, you know, like, maybe somebody's moving to somebody's city and, like, one person doesn't know anything about it. So somebody kind of has to, like, for a couple months, like, show them around. They don't have any friends until they meet friends and, like, feel cool and feel good. If this doesn't happen, you know, but the Magician, there's a big money vibe here with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. But take it as it resonates. It could be, you know, emotional. It could be all of that. All of that. But the King, Queen of Wands, it's like she's here. She's the 9 of Pentacles. They know they're going to get the 10 of Pentacles. And then he comes here, King of Wands, and then she meets him. Then they're like, oh my God, this is like, wow, this is a power couple. And it's, again, it's unconventional, but it's going to work. And again, it could be unconventional streams of income. You know, usually my you versus them is shorter, but this is a big life change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's usually supposed to be just one for the mutual energy, but I might as well just pick 2 more at this point. OMG, no accidents because of the doubles. It's the freaking chariot. Oh my God, even more. Hold up. This deck, you know, they all have different images. This deck has a car too. Wow. No, somebody's moving. Someone's coming towards someone. Like it's a car twice. Here it's like last minute. Somebody jumps on the car last minute, like while this car is about to leave. Like there's no hope here. But they actually make it in the car. He's not on top of the car here. The car is moving. He makes it in the cab. And the King and the Queen of Wands come together. This is freaking beautiful. 9 of Pentacles, she's on her own, but this comes together. This comes together. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, more. Boom. Do you know that just was about to flip and it kind of like pushed back, but now it's at the top of the deck? That's why I stopped it, because I saw it and was supposed to come out. It's the 6 of Swords. They are all doubles. You guys are coming together at the same page. The 6 of Swords is right here. It's the moving card, moving towards calmer waters. It's also, there's a big moving, because the chariot is moving. We saw the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, like all of this, right? But that might not be for everyone. But you can't, I mean, come on, man. The whole channeling in the beginning was about like the energy being like, dude, I could be talking about moving next door. It doesn't matter. I could be talking about a vacation with this person that's going to change everything. But there's movement. This Six of Swords in this deck shows a bridge between two worlds and butterflies in the middle in a starry sky, which is like hope, healing. Butterflies means exactly that, hope, healing, like things that are meant to be. It's divinely guided. A bridge is being built between two worlds for a connection to come together. Again, but the Chariot with the Six of Swords together, since they're both like actual moving cards, like physical movement, for them to come out together is very significant. Okay, you know, I haven't used these twin flame cards, I kid you not, in like 2.5 years, but I don't know, I'm pulled to it. I'm gonna pull 4. Is that literally 4? Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. This person regrets not coming forward because of these issues. I need to go my own way for a while. I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out, which is here. Like someone thinks it's done and they feel like they're about to lose someone, and then boom, I'm telling you, Wheel of Fortune. I know it might be too late by the time he figures things out, but I pulled these at the end, meaning because they showed you that they are going to go in the car. Like they are going to do it because they're thinking in their mind like it's going to be too late. I need to go my own way. I need to go my own way for a while. And meaning that confirms the message. It's like, I need to go my own way for a while. I can't be in a relationship because I have to get my life in order, whatever. All these excuses. I don't think it was malicious though. But they affected you. They hurt you because of it. It is selfish because it's ego. But I don't think they perceived it as selfish. They perceived it as like doing the right thing. The Hierophant means like doing the right thing, like the traditional thing. But it's selfish because at the end of the day, it's like you're not honoring love because of you feel you can't provide something. You feel you're not enough. It's selfish. It's you being afraid of being judged, honestly, or like not being able to get. It's selfish, and that ultimately hurts you, or vice versa, or both. So they went their own way for a while. You might not even know why. You might have perceived this as like they don't love me, even though this is really the case. But now they realize like, damn, time's running out. I'm playing. Like time is actually running out. And then they can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore. So they jump on the cab. Because even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. Because now they regret it. Because now they got the lesson. They realize that the damage is done, but they are going to honor that. That is holy confirmation. That's crazy. They actually want 2 more, which is like the next phase. Look, am I good enough for you? I told you. But they realize that you're irreplaceable. They realize that you're irreplaceable. Look, I look at your picture often, like the hacker card. Hold on. It's this. Wow, you are irreplaceable. Would you give me the chance to make things right between us? Do I need to explain that? Do I need to explain that? No. We're going to end here. This is beautiful. You don't see it coming. Love and light.